So hold on, let me just double check here. Slight delay. Okay, that's good. It looks like you're live on YouTube. Excellent. That's where we're going today. So, hey, Rosanna.
Hey, how is everyone?
I'll leave it with you. Yeah, go on.
Okay, well, I'm happy to introduce myself if you like, and just sit back. So, welcome everybody. Happy super full moon in Capricorn. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rosanna, and I channel Rosy Glow, which is the frequency of divine grace. And the way I explain that is like those moments of epiphany. The light bulb suddenly goes on, and you can see something you couldn't see before, and suddenly you're just freed from a turning wheel that has had the better of you for however long. And we're all kind of in a time of disclosure at the moment. We've just had the Summer Solstice, certainly in the Northern Hemisphere. And this is a time of great revelation, of great revealing. And for all of us, when we see something that we haven't been able to see before, usually it's a little bit uncomfortable. And you know, the way that I support people to move through their discomfort, to embrace moving beyond their comfort zone, is through a system of multidimensional yoga and multidimensional coaching, which is something I co-created with my higher self. And it is really, for those of you who already have a yoga experience or practice, this is about becoming aware of what's beyond those 7 chakras and the basic spirituality that's taught in yoga, certainly in the West, and to understand that we're powerful co-creators of our reality. Until we choose to consciously co-create our reality, we are co-creating our experience of life through our subconscious programming, which is limited thinking, limited expectations. So I could bang on, but we're going to start with a little Cacao blessing. I'm going to pull some cards. These are the Leslie Sloan Healing Oracle cards, which are the only cards I use these days, and I have plenty for purchase if you find you want them, because they're not cheap. They're £74 including P&P, but if you try and get them from the US, they're more because of the tax and the extra shipping. And they are powerful healing tools, as is the ceremonial grade cacao. So again, if you're like, this all sounds interesting, just open your heart to revelation. Allow yourself to know you're in exactly the right place right now. And we're going to harness the energies of this powerful supermoon to dig our heels in and recommit to positive expectation in our lives, to the idea that the light is always winning and has won. And whatever things look like on the surface, whenever I work with someone, I teach them the art of believing before they see. And that is how we shift our reality, to believe something is possible before we see evidence of it. So we're going to do a lot of that today. But now let's get our little blessing going. So if you have cacao, you're going to bring it up to your lips in a moment. If you don't, you can just rub your hands together and bring your hands to your heart center. I'm going to keep one on my heart, bring the other one to my cacao. Let's take a moment to allow the eyes to close, to give them permission to close. Welcome your breath. Welcome all aspects of your being into this practice, the bits you like and the bits you don't like. And take a moment to invite the energy of this moon, the illumination of this full moon to descend upon you. So you are sitting in the center of the moon. The moon is actually a sphere of compassion, and it's beaming compassion to you for all of your trials and tribulations and your hopes and your dreams. It's just saying, I love you, I've got you, I see you, I feel you. So feel the rise and fall of your chest. And take a moment to connect with the fact that you are a human, but you are also a spiritual being, a soul. And this breath is what unites our energy bodies to our physical bodies. It's the bridge. So breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. And welcome the power of grace into your own life. We invite Mama Cacao in to touch our hearts, to open our minds, to support us to create greater balance and harmony wherever we need it most in our lives. Through showing us where we most need to look next, without ever forcing or pushing us to accept anything until we're ready. Now draw a circle in the air in front of you, knowing that you are reaffirming the boundary of your own sphere of compassion, your energy field. Go the other way as well. And this is a very powerful symbol. Our own boundaries are important to be respected, both by ourselves and others. And then draw the nose up, inhale, draw the nose down, exhale. And this is establishing your connection to Source and to Gaia, to all that is, in physical and non-physical form. Inhale, chin neutral. Exhale, turn the head to the left and acknowledge the past for all the gifts that it has given you. Every problem is a blessing in disguise. And we remember that our experiences are our experiences. They're not who we are. They're just what we've been through. So we can blow them away, let them go, surrender. And inhale, center, and exhale, positive expectation into the future. How would you feel day to day if you actually expected things to go well? You expected the best outcome to materialize. If you knew you were always in the flow of divine synchronicity, you could trust and let go. Then inhale, center, and exhale, bow your head to your lovely heart. That's where you can release your hands from your heart. And let the smile in your heart find you. It's like, hey, hello, how are you? You say hello back. Nice to see you, nice to feel you. Allow that smile now to beam into your sphere of compassion, to project the joy of your soul, the delight of your beingness into the world around you. And so that we can maximize joy and lightness of spirit in our lives and the capacity to tread lightly in a world that is crumbling, and to co-create a new reality from the ashes of the old world, allowing all that's ready to burn down, to be transformed like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And remembering that all of us who perhaps might feel like we're a little out on our own at the moment, maybe in the minority rather than majority, that is just a perception. The time is coming for us to inherit and to co-create Paradise Earth. We're doing it right now. So in order to anchor this intention, we'll send the sound Ma into the earth. This will activate our earth chakra and the connection to the crystalline grid. And then we'll send the sound Om up into the universe, connecting to our soul chakras and the source of all. And from our hearts, the sound Am goes out to connect to all other hearts that are awakening right now. And then our practice is united and we can begin. So let's take a deep breath in. Before we come fully back, just invite your guides, your teachers, your angels, archangels, all the beings of the purest vibrations of love and light, including your star family, whatever you believe in, calling the unicorns and fairies too, to bring their magic into our space, to connect to us, to uplift us, to support our own ascension. Thank you, thank you. Relax your breath, slowly open your eyes, come back, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's see what's here for us. Just going to see what energies we bring into the practice, we weave through the practice today. So what's the heart of the matter for this collective? Oh, 2. Allowing what's ready to die to die. I'm just going to bring this to you. So this is an old world is crumbling, and it is crumbling. There are a lot of revelations coming to light. Whatever untruths have sought to be suppressed, they're not, truths have been suppressed. They're not going to be suppressed any longer. So we are in a time now, especially the next couple of months, where there's going to be a lot coming up. So just remember I said that. And the key is unconditional love, okay? It is about, this is the angel. Sorry, it's not so great here. The angel of infinity, of unconditional love, of just being the divine human here on earth. We're here to shed our light, to spread our light. And whatever we encounter that triggers fear is a lesson. It's a lesson for us to learn and overcome. Okay, so fear stands for false evidence appearing real, false emotion, false expectation. The block is judgment, division. Okay, this card is when we kind of find that there's a part of us we're really proud of, a part of us that we're not very proud of at all. And in humanity, it'll be like bits of us that we like in humanity and bits of us that we don't like. But the truth is that any bit of us that we judge, we have to remember we may have evolved beyond that consciousness now, but once upon a time, we would have had that consciousness too, because that's kind of how it works as a soul. You don't get born in your soul as an enlightened soul. You start as a young soul and you work your way through to oneness with source again. So our here and now, what we're going to be working through with the yoga and this full moon energy is like balancing the issue of responsibility, what we're truly responsible for and what we're not responsible for. Like when you're taking too much responsibility, you're not allowing others to step forward. If you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders right now, you need to put the world down. It's not your job to save the world. You have one small part to play. And if you quieten yourself, the key is to joyfully do your service. So if you're not in joy and you're riddled with fear and stress, what's the one thing you can do for yourself right now that you're going to enjoy? Go do it. If we don't do our tasks with joy, we end up in martyrdom, and martyrdom is not fun for anyone. Okay, so we're here to co-create freedom by liberating ourselves. Remember that. And the resolve in the infinite possibilities is Aquaman. So this is an Atlantean card. It's like, be open to the possibilities. Be open to possibilities you haven't considered before. Okay, be open to the fact that things might be different to how you expect. And through that, you can be truly liberated. Forgive me for swearing, but if we have to go through a shitstorm in order to discover just how liberated we truly are, then we go through that. And while we're going through it, we're not very happy about it. But when we get to the other side, it all makes sense. So let's see how we can integrate all of this today. I'm going to use the mandala side so I can work with the codes. And what I wanted to share with you, because when you have a full moon, it's not a time to go hard at anything. It's a time to be reflective. Anything that's in us that is in resistance to what we truly desire has to be illuminated, be brought to light. So there's a purging going on. So if there is one practice that can unite all of us and move us out of fight or flight, it is to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Our practices today will be focused on that. So what does that mean? Well, okay, anything that's going on the world stage today has the power to either affect you in such a way that it can affect your health, your physiology, your mental health, or it's something that you can actually withstand. Withstand's the right word. My words are eluding me today. So you may have heard of heart-brain math, heart resonance, or heart math. And what happens here is, depending on whether you are in fear or you're in love, you will experience your environment entirely differently. You will experience EMFs entirely differently. Your immune system will respond to all that is around or within you differently. So the absolute key today is to rest, repair, tend and mend, feed and breed. And so we're going to work with the breath. I'm going to get a little bit of warming up going on sitting up, and then I'm going to get us to lie around, lounge around, get into a slow flow, and finish with a beautiful co-creation. Okay? So if you've got a block, sit up on your block. You want to sit on the front of your block, not the back, so you don't want your bum hanging over the end. And if you can sit in easy pose, you put one heel against your perineum. That's there to create a seal. This isn't comfortable for you, cross your legs, or you can have your legs out in front. That's fine as well. Okay? So make sure you're comfortable. And from here, start to move round in a circle. So this is stimulating the root chakra and the earth chakra. The earth chakra is about 3 foot beneath the surface of the earth. And when we anchor into it, we anchor into the human version of mycelium. Okay, if you know about trees and the flora and the fauna of this world, you'll know that they all have an interlinking web under the surface of the earth. They have roots, fungi that connect to each other. And it's like a communication network where they support each other. You know, shrubs that aren't doing so well get support from shrubs that are doing well, and vice versa. So we can do the same with our fellow divine humans. Go the other way when you're ready. And that means that when we're feeling overwhelmed, we can just release our energy through our breath, breathe out through the pelvic floor and the feet into the earth, into your earth chakra. Give the surplus of energy you have to the grid. That's it, beautiful. Now we're going to go forward. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the back. And when you really got no energy, and you're like, I need some energy, then you pull that up from the grid, from the earth chakra through your body. There's always enough. There's plenty. We're living in an abundant universe, not a sparse one, not a scarcity universe. But we're taught that there isn't enough of whatever it is we need all of the time. And we buy into that illusion. But it's not true. So I invite you to let it go. And everything you think there's not enough of, imagine there is plenty of. Okay, now sit forward, breathe in, reach up. So I hear you say, but Rosanna, how could you possibly not be taking responsibility at this time and letting everybody know about what's going on, stretch to the side and not beating your drum, etc. And I'm like, well, are you coming from an empty cup or a full one? Because if you're coming from an empty cup, whatever you do is going to backfire on you. You're not resourced. If you're coming from a full cup, then you've got a surplus to give. The power of your imagination, the power of your vibration is key. So you're reaching up and then extending across. All right, inhale, stretch up. Now looking up and pulling down the energy of the divine through your body. Pulling down source energy, the purest vibrations of love and light. And then reverse the action. Gorgeous. We go down again, so you come all the way up to the top, stretch through the wrists and pull this energy down. So it's like you're a bottle brush clearing your central channel. All of your chakras get a nice cleanse. Go back up. Good. And once you're here, work your wrists, opening the wrists up, and then go the other way. Beautiful. And now bring your hands open wide. It's like I'm open to receive. Stretch side to side. Feel your stomach muscles engage. It's like you're seeking to reach the edges of your moon, your sphere of compassion. And notice what's happening to your abdomen and your pelvic floor. Are you gently pulling them in and up to support yourself, or do you feel a bit vulnerable in the back? Like, can you pull up your pelvic floor to help yourself? Yeah. Now going into a sideways stretch, so exhale over. Inhale, open. Exhale the other side. Inhale, open. Exhale over. Inhale, open. Last one. Inhale. Good. Reach up. And as you do, take a little twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Just go a little deeper. If it's your moon time, so if it's your time of the month, you stay in the open twist. If you're pregnant, stay in the open twist. Don't cross over the body in general. And then inhale, stretch up. And we're going to the other side. So most of us will take opposite hand to the opposite leg. But if you're menstruating or you're pregnant, you take the same hand to the same knee. Breathe in. And from there, go a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out, go a little deeper. Again, in. And exhale, release forward. Good. Breathe in, reach up. And exhale, hands together. Just for a moment. Feel your thumb knuckles pressing on your stomach. Notice the sensation of the palms of your hands pressing against each other. Be aware of your fingertips, how they feel connected to each other. Just take a moment to commit to being fully centered in your heart. Commit to letting your heart lead your mind. Commit to honoring your heart's truth, because your heart knows when something isn't right. It knows when what we see on the surface is off. It's an inner compass that is never wrong. The eyes, the ears, they deceive. Be aware of this. The heart knows. Bow your head to your lovely heart. And as you do, you open the trapdoor of the back of your heart to release the unknowns, the worries, the care. And then release your hands. Well done. Okay, so quick little breathing recap, and then I'm going to get us on sort of all fours. We'll get a flow going. I don't know if you guys can leave me comments, or you ladies, you folk can leave me comments. I'm just checking that everything's working as it should. So, breathing 101. If you don't know what to do with your yoga breathing, the first thing is lean back, put one hand onto your lower belly, and then watch what happens when you breathe in. Breathe in. Does your belly push out, or does it get sucked in? Do you go? Many of us do. So first thing is when you relax your abdomen and you breathe in, the lungs inflate, so the belly pushes out. You don't have to force it, it just happens. Exhale, belly releases back. Try that again. Breathe in. Breathe out. And if you go right to the end of your out breath, you'll naturally take a deeper in breath. And the challenge is to remember you don't have to worry about the chest. You will naturally breathe into your chest later. Breathing into the lower lungs, which is where all the gunk gets caught up if we don't breathe deeply, that's a really important step to master. One more like this. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. So tip 1 for activating your parasympathetic nervous system is lengthen your out breath. Tip 2 is learn to breathe in deeply. Tip 3 is synchronize breath and movement. So you go inhale, And exhale. Got it? One more. Inhale. And exhale. Tip 4, and Renee, if you're watching this, please keep notes, is soften your gaze, soften your eyes. You know, to help oxytocin to flow, we want dim lighting. We want to feel safe in a cocoon space. And it really helps if you find that you've been triggered into fear to shake your body. That helps reset the nervous system. So we're ready to work with 4s. Again, you know, consider the idea that you're in the center of this moon and you want to be able to tap all the edges. So spread your fingers, get your knees under your hips, and then stick your bum out as you move towards one heel, come back to the center, move towards the other heel. And just, it's like shaking your tush to one side and then to the other side. Very American. Shaking your bottom or pushing your bottom towards one side and the other. So you should feel a stretch in the outer hip as you stretch back. Good work. Now let's go in a U shape. Back and around. And as you go in a U shape, stretching the lower back. So with your hands, you want to put your weight more in your fingertips than your wrists. Okay, if that's not comfortable for you, come up onto your fingertips. Give yourself a little bit more height. And from here, take this into a sideways figure of 8. So you're drawing one hip back, rolling it forward. One hip back, rolling it forward. Good. So move the hip back, roll it forward. And as you move this way, again, being mindful of the breath becoming slower. When your body says change direction, go the other way. It's quite common to feel discombobulated in the middle of a peak of a moon. We literally had the full moon peaking at 6:36 or 46. It was just before the class started. So you're in that illumination energy, all right? Just let yourself bathe, soak it up, enjoy. And now bring your hands flat again. And now work with more traditional cat and cow. So you breathe in, look up, exhale, round your back, tuck under. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, tuck under. Breathe in, look up. And breathe out, tuck under. Bottom towards the heels, elbows down, inhale forward. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. Elbows to the ground, breathe in forward. Go under and back. Inhale forward. Last one. And forward. Okay, from here, just stretch your bottom back. Make a little pillow with your hands. Knees can be wide enough to accommodate you so that you're not straining your back. And as you rest your forehead on the hands, just let yourself surrender the need to know, the need to understand. Surrender any fighting that you're having to do. Just for a minute, let go inside of you. And welcome feeling as though things are falling apart so that they can be put back together in the most delightful, divinely aligned way. And again, lengthen your out breath. You may start to notice just how tired you are. Surrender to it. Remember, from longer out breaths come deeper in breaths. And just before we get into our flow, come forward. You know, it's like, what makes this multidimensional? Well, getting used to moving through your body with awareness and noticing what comes up is what makes it multidimensional, because how you deal with things that's important. Let's take one leg back and then lift the foot up, okay? So you're pushing through your elbows, you're lifting your waist. This is all going to seem a bit too much if you're new to it all. Start to circle your ankle. Notice how you speak to yourself inside your head when you don't think you're doing something very well. Notice how you feel when you don't understand something that maybe I'm suggesting. Notice where your inner dialogue takes you. Now lift up that leg a little bit more and feel your glute engage, okay? So lift your waist, breathe in, feel that place where it's like, oh, that's nice. It feels like it's doing something. And then exhale, curl in. Doesn't have to be much. Inhale up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale back. Feeling strong is important. Just keep lifting your waist. Exhale, curl in. Inhale back. Remember to rest whenever you need to. Okay, if something's hurting, please don't do it. You can leave me a comment. I'll try and check. Extend up. Last one. Exhale. And in. Okay, so now drop that leg back down. Come up onto your hands. Just drop the hip. Drop the story. Drop the tension. Drop the stress. Open it up. Inhale. And again, notice. So you're making a body connection to your mind, to your life story. Drop the stuff. And let me know whether you're allowing your buttock to wiggle and wobble, whether you're holding tightly, doing it right. Let go. Open it up. And release. So one of my favourite Rosy Glow slogans is let your soul take control. Good. Okay. And before we do the other side, out of contrast teaching, which is very phenomenal. Inhale forward. Now push up to down dog. Okay. And down dog is taught many different ways. I teach it with the knees bent, and I ask you to really stick your bum out, lift your heels up, lift your armpits, widen your collarbones, and then pedal your heels one at a time. And as you do that, feel the two sides and notice if one feels tighter than the other. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Good. Now come back down. And I'm just going to switch sides so you can see easily. You might want to do the same. And in relation to all of this, it's about loving our shadow and our light. Loving what's easy and what is difficult. So come down again onto your elbows. Remember, like you want a nice, strong, safe foundation, okay? So allowing your divinity to guide you is a good foundation in life. Spread your fingers and then take the other leg up, okay? So you're going to lift it up and find that place where you can feel your buttock engage. Now, careful about lifting the hip out to the side. You don't want to do that. Just drop the hip, lift up gently. Lift up gently, push the heel away. Good, feel that. Feel yourself pushing through the elbows, breathe in, and then circle the ankle one way. Circle the ankle the other way. Again, one way, and the other way. Then breathe in, push the heel away, inhale. Exhale, curl in. Inhale back. And exhale, curl in. Inhale back. Exhale, curl in. The last one, inhale. And exhale. So it all feels really intense until you drop that hip. Just let the hip come forward a little bit. You can even come up onto your hands for this. Just drop the hip, wiggle the thigh, open it up. In. Exhale, release. Really good for the sciatic nerve, this one. Open it up. And again, release. And open. Good work. And then release. So stretch back, bottom back, hands forward. And you're not going too deep with this, okay? You're just sticking your bum out, mooning the world, having a little shimmy. And then tuck under here. Inhale, open. Open the chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, open. Now you will feel your stomach muscles here. If you push your hands into the ground, notice my hands are forward of my shoulders. Exhale, round up. Inhale, release. And exhale, round up. Inhale, release. And exhale. Good. Okay, now walk your hands back. Bring both legs to one side. So we're opening up the heart to more joy, okay? With this, I'm going to take, so if I've got my legs to the left, I'm going to take my right hand up. Exhale across. Inhale, open. Bring the shoulder blade onto the back. Reach up with the left arm. Left legs to the side, left arm up. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, lift up. Just feel yourself stretching through the side. Inhale. Exhale, release. And to do that on the other side, we lean forward, take the feet the other way. So legs are over to the right for me this time. My left hand comes forward, up and back. Shoulder blade on the back, reach up. Inhale, and this might be enough for you. You want to go further. Exhale. It's opening to new possibilities. Discovering those little things that bring you great joy. Release. Lean forward, one more either side. You know what you're doing. Stretch across. Actually, this way, sorry. Stretch across. Breathe in and back. Reach up. And then release. Take the hands forward. Same thing on the other side. Push forward. Inhale, up and back. Stretch and extend. So this is like when you let go of the story that's running your life. You say, you know what? I can't be arsed. Come back to Aquaman. I can't be arsed anymore with all of that. I just want everybody to be happy and everybody to be at peace. What's the big deal? Letting go of how we think things should be is powerful, and at the same time holding a vision of a world at peace, for example, but letting go of the details and how that's going to happen, it's a powerful surrender. So, rubbing the hands, having a little shake, clearing our energy field, clearing our sphere, just allowing the idea that there is spaciousness in our beautiful moon, space for the new. And breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, release forward. Take your knees back, inhale. Now in your down dog, you're checking that your middle finger or your index finger are lined up with the outside of your mat. If you haven't got a mat, just make sure you're in a non-slip surface. And you push through your fingertips, straighten your arms. And then when I say melt your heart, I mean let the shoulder blades slide onto the back, okay? Careful not to lock the elbows, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, push back to down dog. So you bend the knees, stick your bum out a bit, and then pedal your heels one at a time. And as you pedal those heels, just allowing yourself To feel the back of your body. You can bring the feet together and stick your bum out. And feel that strong inner compass as your core line. Holding your legs together, squeezing your legs together, pressing your arms towards each other. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, walk your hands back. Bend your knees. Breathe in, reach up. Extend through your fingers. Then exhale, straighten those legs. Root the tailbone down. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands together. Just for a moment, feel your core, your centeredness. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light, as a candle. On the crown of your head, your face is like the flame, the wick and the flame. Invite whatever energy is benevolent and supportive of your highest good at this point to connect with you and to light your candle, to help you be visible to all those that you are here to connect with, that you have promised to be a part of their awakening and they have promised to be a part of yours. Whatever it is that you have a desire for, more of, welcome it in. And when you're ready again, honor the innate wisdom within you. Bow to your heart. And release your hands. So feel yourself connecting to this earth, like gently press the hands down. The legs are together. You're making a connection with your earth chakra, imagining a light fall of energy flowing through you into the earth, through your hands, through your feet. There's that sense of I'm here, I'm strong, pushing down, affirming that strength. And now breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, bring the hands to the heart. A little bit of a zigzag dance with your feet. Take them a little wider. Pull your feet towards each other. And feel the inner seams of your legs wake up. So as you pull the legs in, you'll feel the legs activate. Pull up the thighs. And then breathe in, reach up. Through your body, bring the light of the universe down to the earth. Fold. Inhale, walk your hands forward to down dog. Stretch out in down dog. Lengthen. Extend through the crown of the head. Pull the feet towards each other. And then bring the knees to the ground. Stretch back to child pose. Give yourself 2 or 3 breaths here, breathing up the spine as you breathe in, and down the spine as you breathe out. And then slowly pull yourself forward, all the way down to the ground. Pull your hands towards your hips, gently lengthen your heart forward, shine your light. So careful you're not coming too far up. Pull the shoulder blades onto the back, free your neck, look up in. Exhale, release. Try that again, but minimum effort, just open a little bit. Let the breath do the work, and exhale, release. One more time. Breathe in. And exhale, release. So these solid foundations. You push through your hands, push through your knees at the same time. This is how we are determined and we dig our heels in. So you inhale, exhale, push through the knees, through the hands at the same time. Let's do that 2 or 3 times, okay? So it's like Meccano. You want everything to work together. What loads of us do is this. We kind of go like that. And I'm asking you to practice pushing through the hands, shoulder blades on the back, elbows in, and the knees at the same time. See how my bum comes up at the same time as my chest. So this is about strengthening your arms. Good. One more stretch to child pose. It's like I refuse to work harder than I have to. I refuse to put more energy in than is required. I am efficient and determined. Inhale forward. Come up onto your fingertips. So now my outer leg is my right leg. So whichever your outer leg is, the one closest to the camera, just use that. Remember, it might be different to mine. And let's play a little bit with a couple of knee circles. See the knees off the ground. I'm just moving one direction and then the other. I ain't got a lot of energy today. So it's just going deep into those structures and aligning them. And then forward and back, just very gently. There was an amazing event on Monday called the Day of the Divine Feminine that the beautiful Tara Love Perry put together. I was part of the panel. Breathe in forward. I will make sure that we get the link to you. 9 hours of pure code awakening, okay? So just have your foot facing forward. Come up onto your fingertips. You don't need the foot too far forward, but you don't want it too far back either. Like let the knee and the ankle line up. You don't want the knee much further forward than the ankle. Playing with a few little circles. The stretch is really here in the outer hip. And yeah, this day-long event was all about whether our fertility has been hijacked, our natural wisdom has been hijacked, what's going on in the world, and what the answer is. Oh my goodness. I sat there for 9 hours. I took part in 3 hours of panel discussion and I just absorbed the rest. It was just amazing. The replay's all available. Highly recommend you check it out. You will have one epiphany after another. And then pull back knee and front foot towards each other. Root down to rise up. Inhale. Extend through those arms. So if the right leg's in front, the right hand comes down. Exhale across. Inhale, open. Exhale across. Inhale, open. Exhale across. Inhale. Now take that arm and push it forward. Inhale. Take it back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, reach both arms up. Notice if one feels longer than the other, and then take the hands behind. Breathe in. Stretch them back. Exhale, fold forward. Pull the back knee, front foot towards each other. Extend your chest to the ground. So lean forward. Relax the head and the neck. And then release. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, take the leg back. Give it a loose little shake. And then 2 or 3 little cat rolls. Just feeling your body reset. And then come into your child pose and just rest for a moment. Forehead to the ground or onto your palms. So you have your palms pressing down. And breathe in. And just let yourself settle. Okay, let yourself settle. Just checking the time. Perfect. I'm going to turn direction so that you've got the same thing happening. You can see the outside leg easily. And once you're ready, Come back up to tabletop, hands flat. If it feels better for you, come up onto your fingertips. So again, we get used to not dropping the waist. You lift the waist, melt the heart, soften between your shoulder blades. Keep the waist lifted. So, knee circles, lifting that knee off the ground. A few little circles open, a few circles in. I'm purposely sticking to a practice with these sessions that's generally safe for everybody, okay? That way, if you're in early pregnancy, you can get on with it as well. If you've had a baby, you can. If you've got anything going on in your body, just be kind to it, okay? And then move the knee forward and back. And from here, take the foot forward. So again, you bring it forward that little bit more. You don't have to strain. You're going for a stretch in the outer hip. So move around. And go the other way. Good. Give it again, a little bit of a go, going one direction and the other, just oiling your hip. And then pull front foot and back knee towards each other. Deep breath in, reach up. I've got left leg in front, so it's left hand on the thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out, stretch over. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, stretch over. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, stretch over. Breathe in. And now move this around, push forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Reach up. Good. So take both arms up. Extend through the sides of your body. Notice if it feels like one side is longer than the other. And then clasp the hands behind. Breathe in, shoulder blades on the back. Look forward. Exhale, stretch forward. Relax the head and neck. Breathe in. And down. Again, one more breath. Breathe in. And down. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, release down. Take the leg back. Give it a loose little shake. We'll go for one more little heart stretch. So bring your hands forward. Bring yourself to the ground. If you are pregnant, please just go to child pose. Breathe in, stretch and open your heart. Shine your light from your heart. And then exhale, release. Push through the hands, through the knees. Stretch all the way back. And then bring yourself forward. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes under, stretch back. So thighs right back, move your thighs back. Relax your head and neck. And then walk your hands back. You bend your knees, breathe in, reach up. And exhale, hands together. And just for a moment, turn your palms open. And open to the infinite blessings that are coming your way. Expect the best and let your soul take control. Just breathe. Bring the hands together. Okay, so we're going to be ready to come to the ground and practice a little co-creation relaxation. It's a mix of two things. One thing I just want to show you though is the magic of an inversion every day. And I must take my own advice on this, but I generally do a little handstand. I'm not going to show that right now. But the legs up against the wall trick is like the ultimate when you're feeling knackered, when you're feeling exhausted and you're like, I haven't got any energy left. Or you need a fresh perspective on something. You're stuck in a loop. You're only seeing things a certain way and you need things to shift. Something in your life isn't going the way you want it to, right? Or the way away, because we can't control everything. But we can shift our perspective and therefore shift our lives. So what you do is you sidle up against the wall. This is safe for everyone. It's one of those that if you have high blood pressure, you're not taking your legs higher. You're not taking your hips higher than your heart. Just be cautious if you've got any reflux, and perhaps do legs up against the sofa rather than the wall if you have got blood pressure issues, high blood pressure. But it's brilliant for low blood pressure. You're going to slide elbow to the ground, so you lean away from the wall, okay? And then you take your arm down and you get your bottom as close to the wall as possible, okay? So you take your legs up and then let them rest against the wall. And that's it. That's it. So you take your arms down by your side. Now, if you want to take a few minutes here, you can, but the chances are your feet will go numb as the blood runs from them. Very good reverse blood flow. Just 3 minutes here and you get energy from it, okay? It used to save me when I had a toddler. I had to teach in the evenings. And to come out of it, you bring your feet down, roll to the side. And slowly up. I'm going to get you all to lie down though, on your back, if that's comfortable for you. And to get something warm on your feet, to get a blanket under you, whatever it is that you need. So generally speaking, you'll only need one pillow, if that, and you want it to be a nice thin one. Take yourself to the point that you have the pillow just under your head and not your shoulders. Shoulder blades on your back, so roll your shoulders down. Let your feet be wider than your hips and your arms out to your side as well. You can bring your fourth finger, some of us call it the ring finger, to your thumb for a nice grounding mudra. And this is so good. Like the more you love magic, the more you love to fly high, the more you need to root down to fly high. Okay, so I'm going to just take you through 5 minutes of a relaxation, and I'm going to let you know right now that if you go onto the Rosy Glow YouTube channel, you'll find a whole load of videos there. There's a full moon energy update. But the full moon co-creation meditation is something now I offer to my inner circle. So it's £11.11. It's a healing in itself for you and the world. It's a world service. And it is a co-creation meditation, so manifesting meditation. This last one was an hour long. So if you want to tap into those frequencies and really sustain yourself through the next new moon and the next full moon, each of these co-creation meditations leads into the next one. So wherever you join is the right time. You get a little taste now, okay? And you can find out more about the full moon meditation, how to purchase it from the store on my website, Rosy Glow, or you can look all over social media and you'll find it on the Rosy Glow page and the Rosanna Hannis page. Full moon's today, so you want to do it today, okay? All right, or tomorrow. All right, rubbing the hands together. You lie down, I'm just sitting up. And then you can bring your hands to your heart center again, or one to your lower belly and one to your heart. And then you'll know where to take your hands and the mudra to use afterwards. Now welcome your breath. Let yourself be breathed. Just invite this consciousness that is source consciousness to be breathed into you. You don't have to do anything. Notice how as you lengthen your out breath without straining, you'll naturally take a deeper in-breath. Inhale. long out breath, slow and steady. You can imagine you're breathing all the way down to your toes. And breathe in. One more of these. When you feel ready, you can gently release your hands down by your side. Connect that fourth finger to your thumb if you wish. And continue to be breathed by your breath, relaxing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your skull. Just imagine your soul chakra about 3 foot above the surface, above the crown of your head, three foot above. Like a beautiful lotus flower opening upwards and outwards. And as you open up the soul chakra, you are immediately met with a downpouring of source energy. And it comes down through all of the energy portals, the stargates that connect us to our sun. And it comes down through the stellar gateway before the sun, your soul chakra, and all the way down through your body, awakening the chakras you know, the energy centers of the crown, the third eye, the throat and the heart, solar plexus, the sacral chakra, the root chakra, and all the way down into your earth chakra, about 3 foot beneath you. And here you can imagine another lotus flower opening up the petals down towards the center of Mother Earth. Right in her diamond core, you see this beautiful turquoise diamond shape. It's like 2 pyramids, one on top of the other, one pointing down, one pointing up. And this core energy of the ascending earth paradigm is spinning. If you know the frequency of celestite as a crystal, it is the celestite frequency. This connects us to our divine blueprint. Oh, that's it. Just for a moment, remembering you are in your sphere of compassion, which is your creativity studio. I'd like you just to imagine that the things that you are waiting on, the things that you are practicing loving kindness, patience, acceptance, waiting to materialize, it already happened. It already happened. Whatever it is that there seems there's an absence of, it's now there. So if there's a resolution in a situation that is bothering you, the situation is resolved favorably, amicably. Just imagine you have the desired result. I want you to get to the feeling of relief, of celebration. It's not about interfering with others' free will. It's just about imagining the outcome you desire and notice the sensation that creates within you. You can take a moment to practice that for anything else that is requiring your imagination right now. And that sense that just for a moment you can relax and let go. You feel held by life. If you are aware of injustices in the world, in our governments, in our systems of power, just imagine that they're all revealed and everyone who you know needs to be held accountable is. Moment to celebrate the dawning of a free earth, a free planet. It could only come about because of the restrictions and restraints on our naturally liberated state, our intrinsic nature, until we said no more. Just really see it now. Anything is possible. Get into the idea that there's a constant and steady flow of everything you want and need. You don't have to worry about hustling, stressing, so things get paid. It's all done. It's all being looked after. You just get on with the bit that you're here to play, the part. What brings you joy? Where do you feel most enjoying the service you offer? Where do you feel most nourished, held, understood? Now allow yourself to imagine a small little sphere of compassion, like the size of a football. You know what the flower of life looks like? It's a holographic sphere of the flower of life, spinning quickly. Let it float in front of your face. And give into that sphere all of the struggles, all the reasons why it has to be difficult, why you must suffer, why the world is not going to suddenly wake up. Release all of the woe is me stories. Release the tensions that you may be holding without realizing. Release the burden of responsibility. Release the fear that somehow it's not safe to trust what I'm saying. That you've got to watch your back. Just let all of it go. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring through, there's a beautiful blue coming in, but we're going to bring through infinite love first, which is a pure clear flame. Just say after me, I am infinite love, I am infinite love, I am infinite love. This beautiful clear bright light comes flowing down from source, through your body, down into the earth, around the earth. Then take it back up through your heart into the sphere in front of you. And allow whatever density is in that sphere to be transmuted, loved up. You may notice the scenery changes considerably. And then bringing in the aqua flame of divine intent, divine power. I am the aqua flame, I am the aqua flame, I am the aqua flame. So own your power and align your will with divine will. Surrender the you that loves to be in control of everything. Surrender that bit of you to the bit of you that already has everything you want. Let that bit of you run the show. You've got to let go. Bring that beautiful aqua flame down into the center of the earth, down around the planet. And take it up gently. All the way up and out through your crown, also down your arms, front and back of your heart. So seeing that sphere now in front of you with the blue in it and the white or the clear. I want you just to imagine that that is a sphere of infinite possibilities. Possibilities you haven't even thought about. They bring you the most magnificent opportunities to share your gifts with this world. The most magnificent ways that you haven't even thought of, that the things you're worried about can be dealt with without you having to go and save everybody and be the one that does all the hard stuff. Just hand it to Source. And seeing that sphere in front of you now, just light as a feather. And bounce it all the way up to Source and allow beautiful firework display of Source energy, of golden and platinum sparks of light. The Divine Mother, Divine Father expressed through this aqua flame. You just absorb all of those lovely energies into your energy field, into your big sphere. And know that all of your guides and your teachers are here. They're here to help you. Ask them for what you want and what you need. Expect everything to work out. Expect success. And when you're ready, sending love to your own self, having compassion for your own being. Repeat after me. I command this process continues until completion. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. Be graceful and gentle. Integration and full expression. In my physical reality, in all relevant dimensions of my being, in all space and all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can slowly start to breathe your way back, but we need to remember what we set in motion 6 months ago. The light has already won. It's won in our personal lives, it's won in the collective. And slowly start to deepen your breath and come back. Some of you will be aware of something called the black flame, which is considered by some to be highly protective, but you can put a rainbow flame around your sphere. You've got the aqua energy very much within your energy field. You can have like a black flame around it, and this is like an obsidian frequency around your energy field. Or you can have a rainbow flame, which is all the gems, all the colours of the rainbow. or even a platinum flame around your sphere, but just placing something so that you are a magnet for what you desire and you repel what you are not aligned with. Gently open your eyes, come back. When you're ready, just stretch your fingers and toes, yawn onto your side, come up to sitting. And I really would like you just to remember that it helps to remember for us to be beings of light, we have to integrate our shadow. We can't stay in division, in judgment. It's so important to love all aspects of our being. And at the same time, to draw a line and be like, you know what? I'm not okay with that. You want to go ahead and do that, that's okay. But I'm drawing a line. That's not what I'm going to do. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but I'm not going to be controlled, manipulated, coerced, or pressured into what doesn't feel right for me. And, you know, then again, the responsibility piece. Take responsibility for you. Practice autonomy, practice discernment, and trust in the fact that there is plenty going on that you're not aware of that is amazing. So bring your hands to your heart. And from this place, we intend that all beings in this universe are happy and at peace and free from suffering. May we each learn how to free ourselves from the suffering that we perpetuate without realizing. 3 ohms to finish. Inhale. Namaste. Thank you all for a really beautiful full moon practice. Remember to drink lots of water. And if you want to check out more about what I'm doing, you can go along to rosyglow.com. That's ROZYGLOW. I'm pretty active on Facebook. It's not me on Instagram. And on YouTube, I tend to produce 2 or 3 videos a week. So it's Rosy Glow YouTube. I will put the link for you for the Divine Feminine. It's worth all of your time, all 9 hours. Like, just do it in bite-sized chunks. And if you sign up to the event, there's a whole load of free gifts that have been gifted to those who attended. And there's gifts from me too. So I'll leave that there. Wish you loads of love. If you want to purchase the full moon meditation, go along to Rosanna Hannis or Rosy Glow on Facebook and you'll find the link there. It's also on the store. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a beautiful week and a beautiful month. And I'll see you in a month's time. Thank you, Renee.